Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Smackdown review. And yes, as you guys can see, this is Summer. I know you've probably seen her a few times in my videos, but she's decided to come over and have a bit of a rest on me. So yeah, Summer will be the special guest for this review. So we're gonna start off by talking about the return of John Morrison. Now, John Morrison returning with The Miz. You know, this was something I was expecting to happen, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you how happy I am to see John Morrison. I am actually very happy to see John Morrison. I'm very happy to see him. I think he is a great addition to WWE. It's great to see him back. It's great that he still has his old music. He still has his entrance where he does his arm raise and then the slow motion happens with the pyro. And yeah, I think that's great. I think it's very great to see John Morrison. And John Morrison embraces on becoming a heel by mentioning that he is disappointed in the WWE Universe for booing The Miz for what happened last week. He had one bad night, he got frustrated, fans started booing him when he attacked Kofi Kingston, and the fans started chanting "You suck" at The Miz, and that's what caused The Miz to go even more haywire. So Miz and Morrison, and I'm actually glad The Miz is a heel again. I could never take him seriously as a heel, as a face. I could never take him seriously as a face. He just wasn't that good. He was only good during his feud with Shane McMahon. That was the only time I ever felt that Miz was actually a pretty good babyface, but he's just a natural heel, and I'm glad that they turned him heel in 2020. And, it's a good way to start off the new decade, huh? So then the New Day interrupts, and they do their usual, and then we get a matchup between The Miz and Kofi Kingston, just like last week. But this time, The Miz gets a win. 50-50 booking. 50-50 booking here. The Miz gets the win. And John Morrison with the assist on the outside. Yeah, John Morrison with the assist on the outside gets the win with the skull-crushing finale. And next week, we'll have John Morrison competing for the first time on SmackDown Live in nearly 8 years. He will be competing against Big E. Mandy Rose was backstage preparing for her match, and she gives Otis a cake that says "I'm sorry," because Mandy Rose felt bad for what Dolph Ziggler did to Otis's cake. So she returns the favor and makes a cake of her own that says "I'm sorry" on it. Mandy Rose competes against Alexa Bliss. And surprisingly, Mandy Rose gets the victory. Mandy Rose pins Alexa Bliss. And that is a big surprise. That is a real big surprise. And I'm still not convinced that Vince McMahon is a fan of Mandy Rose. I mean, I even had a friend of mine on Twitter. See you, Summer. I even had a friend of mine on Twitter after one win basically tell me, "I told you Vince likes Mandy Rose," and I'm just like, dude, and I'm just thinking, it's hilarious. So I just ignored him. It's just so stupid. It was just so stupid. Why would you say Vince McMahon likes Mandy Rose after, because she pinned Alexa Bliss? Come on. Just because you pin Alexa Bliss doesn't mean Vince McMahon likes you. It's because Alexa Bliss has nothing to do That's why. Alexa Bliss has no storyline. That's why. Good God. Alexa Bliss has no storyline, no direction. So what's the point in having her randomly win? She's got no feud. She's got no storyline. It makes no sense for Alexa to win a match. Until she starts getting a storyline, she should keep losing. Alexa Bliss needs to start putting people over. That needs to be her next goal. That's Alexa Bliss. That should be what Alexa Bliss should be doing. Start putting talent over. So Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose seem to still be together for now. Otis was the reason why Mandy Rose got the pinfall victory, but a win is still a win. So then we have Lacey Evans versus Sasha Banks. Also, we thought Sasha Banks' music plays, but Sasha doesn't come out. She doesn't come out, and then Bayley appears on the Titantron saying that Sasha is not here. She's continuing with her rap album. She's finishing up her rap album. And of course this sets off Lacey, calling Sasha nasty, calling her pathetic, and all these other words. And then she challenges Bayley for the Smackdown Women's Championship. Now, on my last week's review, I pointed out why I believe Sasha Banks losing made sense. And I still believe it did. I still believe it did make sense. But now seeing Lacey challenge Bayley, now it kind of makes me feel confused. I'm just like, well, why now? All of a sudden, now they want to do Lacey versus Bayley. If Lacey versus Bayley, their intended feud, why was Lacey dealing with Sasha this whole time? If Sasha was never supposed to feud with Lacey, why was Sasha feuding with Lacey? I still believe the pinfall victory from Dana Brooke and Lacey Evans last week made sense. And I still believe Sasha taking the pin made sense. But all I'm trying to say is, now all of a sudden it seems like Lacey Evans is feuding with Bayley. So I don't seem to get it. Maybe we're going to have Lacey Evans versus Bayley next week, and Lacey Evans is probably going to beat Bayley, because Bayley has not lost clean since turning heel. Yeah, I know she lost at Survivor Series, but that was by submission. She still has yet to be pinned as a heel. So yeah, Lacey Evans and Bayley had a bit of a brawl. That's about it there. And then we had Braun Strowman versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't understand why they're not saving this for the Royal Rumble. I mean, didn't Braun Strowman already pin the Intercontinental Champion? I specifically remember Braun Strowman pinning Shinsuke Nakamura in a 6-man tag. And now they have Braun Strowman pin Shinsuke Nakamura again. Basically really hurting. I feel like this really does hurt Nakamura, because this is the second time he's lost to Braun Strowman. And they're making it a big deal. Oh, he's pinned the Intercontinental Champion. Yeah, if this was the first time that he beat Shinsuke Nakamura, yeah, it'd be a big deal. But because we've already seen him beat Shinsuke Nakamura, it's not really that much of a big deal. So what happened here? At the end of the match, we saw Cesaro, before the final sequence, is that Cesaro grabbed a chair, referee saw him, Braun Strowman tackles Cesaro, and then Sami Zayn gives Shinsuke Nakamura the Intercontinental Championship. He goes to swing the Intercontinental Championship at Braun. Braun ducks under, picks up Nakamura into the power slam, and pins Shinsuke Nakamura. That is how the match ended. Braun Strowman raises up the Intercontinental title. Sami Zayn snatches it out of his hands. And we could potentially be looking at our next Intercontinental Champion, Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman could finally be winning his first singles title in WWE. We saw Sheamus cut a promo on Chad Gable. you know, whatever. You know, whatever. I like Sheamus's promos. I think they're really cool, but didn't really care, to be fair. Next we had the main event was the Usos versus King Corbin, or as Jimmy Uso called him, Queen Corbin, and Dolph Ziggler. This match ends by disqualification, where Roman Reigns delivers a spear to Baron Corbin, because Baron Corbin was attacking Roman Reigns. The Revival came out to aid King Corbin and what's his name, Dolph Ziggler, but Roman took care of them with a Superman punch. And then we had the return of Robert Roode. Robert Roode's 30-day suspension is already up, and yeah, as far as I know, Robert Roode was suspended, and his 30 days is already up. Crazy to think that his 30 days is already up. So Robert Roode returns with the vengeance of the glorious DDT, and yeah, pretty much all that from there, as Corbin, Ziggler, and Roode stand tall. So that was pretty much your SmackDown, guys. That was pretty much everything. Hit that thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. Comment your thoughts down below, and I will see you all in my next video. See you guys then.